a new dynasty. This is going to be a fun rebuild. It's going to be a tough one. I think if you're like me, you've played the game for a while now. You've probably played Heisman on some sliders. You've won a few national championships, and you're ready for a true challenge. And I think that's where we're headed today. We're going to play Heisman. We're actually going to put a play call limit on that. This is an online dynasty. We have another user. We're going with Arkansas State. And I think that, 1 star, they've got a pretty decent roster. We're going Wilford Wallaby, running the Alabama offense. And then also we're going to throw in a 3-3-5 tight defense. If you're a Madden player, you know this is kind of the meta. And we're still, I think, trying to identify the meta on NCAA 25, but it's done well for me. Going for a random alma mater. I think this is going to be a different type of rebuild where, before it's, starting a small school, build your way up. We are not leaving Arkansas State. In fact, we have changed the settings to not allow us to leave. So we're going to get some accurate physique going on here. 7 foot, 400 pounds. Don't question me. Just go with it. We're turning off coach firing. We're leaving the sliders as they are. I think that's it's kind of a challenge lately. The only thing we will be doing is the XP sliders. So if you're familiar with Operation Sports, they are really kind of the no-lifers of the college football world, and they've kind of tuned in some XP sliders that make a little bit more sense. So you can kind of go through here, check those out. The only other big change that we're going to have is going to be the roughing the kicker. Now, if you've played, you have, especially Heisman, you've grinded out, you've got a third, and third down, you get a stop, and then your defender goes full Superman and takes out the kicker. So until they can kind of fix that, it's just broken to me. It ruins the immersion of the game. So we'll be turning that off as well. With these XP sliders, I've actually played probably 10 seasons with these. There's nothing cheesy about it. In fact, a lot of players are actually losing XP as they go too fast, especially the linebackers and even quarterbacks. We saw went up pretty quick. So, coaching experience will be the same. Pretty much just your neutral type of dynasty start. Obviously, the changes of the recruiting. It's really no strategy when you're a 1 star school. You barely have anything. So, really, this recruiting strategy for this is going to be best player available. And we're going to just try to get as many 3 stars as we can for a 1 star program. And then on this one, Marlon Yazzie, welcome to the squad. That's free, right? JUCO sophomore, probably not very good. But if you look at our school grades, we're really just kind of at the mercy of the player. We are going full recruiter. Now, I made the mistake of doing my preseason recruiting first, but we all live, we learn. It's not really going to make a difference. We also got to keep an eye on those players at risk. Almost everybody wants to leave now that Coach Prestige has dropped tremendously. Really, no good players that I'm like, hey, I really, really want this. So we'll just kind of see who we're competing against. Ideally, we don't compete against anybody. Our grades are all terrible, but we'll just have to kind of spot check there. First game is going to be at Ball State. This is it was kind of an interesting game. The learning the team, I think, was probably the biggest challenge here. So we go down first quarter, and we get a touchdown. And really, it's a lot of crossing routes, a lot of man-to-man. With this Alabama multiple offense, it's a lot of motion, a lot of trying to get the guys in the open space. So again, learning that here, throwing in a double coverage, we get the breakup. So 3rd and 17 now in the first quarter. Ball State trying to get something. Again, knock it down on the defensive line. So it really threw me off on how well the defense played. And again here, we got a little joystick. That badge is broken because he's going to take it back for a touchdown. And I'm scratching my head. I'm expecting. Look here. I get his Ball State, right? We understand it's the worst team in the game, but I just everything you read about true Heisman that's non-sliders is these people are overpowered and it's not happening. So 14-0, we now have the ball, a chance to go, and there's a broken coverage. So we take it. Now, we're going to see a little 1-star school there as we're going to get caught where any other school probably would have scored there. But I'm loving what I'm seeing. Again, getting motion, getting guys in space. Another joystick. So we're gonna have to just really rely on that joystick. Up 21-0 now in the second quarter. I just here middle linebacker user. I don't know what that safety was doing. So I think that's where on defense we're gonna have to play a bend don't break. We can't allow the big plays, but offense is doing well, scrambling down, wide open guy in the back of the end zone. He chucks it to the corner. What are we doing? And that's when we started to see some pain and suffering. Now we jump ahead a little bit, 28-7, and Rayner, our quarterback, is starting to get settled in here. Again, wide open, but you just got to throw that to the outside. I had pressure on me. You get the red throw. I have noticed that it is pain and suffering if you hit that red. Unless they're wide open, you do get punished for it, which I don't hate. Here, I should have got there. That was on me. But user middle linebacker is typically how I play defense. I will say, looking back now, kind of at these highlights and what it is, I probably need to learn to run the ball a little bit better. That's going to come back to bite us. But 35-14, I mean, I couldn't have asked for anything more. You would ask me at the kickoff. I'd take it. So here again, Bryant, joystick kicks in. Can we get around the corner? He doesn't know where he's going. And 2 touchdowns for the 63 overall joystick punt returner. Probably need to get him on the offensive ball as well. But boy, his catching is rough. So maybe something to look at. Again, they're trying to test us deep. Again, we're going to fair catch that because that is just a freebie. And 42-21 now in the fourth. We're just going to kind of wrap up this game. Good start. The big problem here is we still don't quite know what their offense is, things like that. But last little highlight here, Raynor hits him with a dime of a throw. So exciting, exciting first game. Uh, I appreciate everybody watching. Join us next week as we continue this rebuild. Thanks, everybody.